What's up everyone, today I'm going to be telling you how you can make sprite sheets using aseprite. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download this extension called Asparrow. It's made by the official Funkin crew. You can just search up Asparrow, Asprite, and it's probably going to be the first link, and then you can just download the extension from there. Of course, you're gonna wanna launch Sprite first. Yeah. And then since I don't have sprites, I don't know how to draw. So I'm just gonna take it from Pico's Day Rumble. I'm just gonna take the sprites in here. If you already have sprites, you can of course. Well, there's no sprites. Well, if you know how to draw, you can of course use those. You can of course use your own, which I recommend you do. But since I'm just since I know how to draw, I'm just gonna be using. I'm just gonna reuse basically. So let's see. So for example, we can just take I don't know, I can't find a good one. Alright, well, it doesn't really matter. We'll just use the remastered Pico. But well, it's not just not animated, but whatever, but it doesn't matter. I'm just making a video. So I recommend you guys, instead of just downloading it and converting it, use EasyGIF, because there's gonna be smear frames if you're gonna do what I'm doing, obviously. Yeah, so you're obviously just gonna download each pose, but if you already have animations, then you can skip. I'm probably gonna leave a timestamp in the description to where you can skip to if you like drew if you already drew the sprites. So I'm also gonna have a tutorial on how to add it to actually add it into the game for search engine, since I don't know how to, and since search engine is more people that don't know how to code friendly, and I'm one of those people, so I'm just gonna be using search engine. But obviously, if you're gonna use Kate engine, do whatever y'all do to add your characters in. Once you've done all of that, you're gonna want to go File, Open, and obviously open all of your sprites. So once you've done all that, you're gonna want to open up the timeline by pressing Tab or doing View and then Timeline. And then you're gonna want to select all of the frames by holding Shift, and then go to Frame, Tags, New Tag, and because this is what the extension relies on the tags. And then you're gonna wanna go to sprite, canvas size, and then expand it, because some of the sprites are gonna be like more than like the idle. It's gonna like get cut off, and we don't want that, obviously. So once you've done that, you're gonna do new empty frame, and then select it to the last one, because this is gonna be this pose, the left pose. So then we're gonna paste. So yeah, so we're gonna wanna select all of these frames, and then Control C, and then Control V, and then it pastes all of the frames for us. And then we just repeat the same process. And like the tags are like different animations. So for example, if you have like a shoot animation, you can obviously just make a different animation, or convert your animation, and then take all of the frames and put it in here, and then make a new tag for shoot, for like shooting the enemy or whatever. That's what I recommend you doing, because instead of just relying on something else, I guess. That's really how you just, do it. Oh yeah, and probably gonna put this in the title, but this also generates you an XML, so you don't have to go out of your way to make another XML. It's like copy and paste like different XML, and then just don't make it from scratch. No. And then the extension makes the extension makes the XML for you, which I actually really like, because it's less complicated, I guess. Not complicated, but it's more easy to use, and like it's very helpful, I guess. Okay, so once you have all of your sprites, you're gonna wanna go File, Export to Sparrow Sprite Sheet, and then I have my relative path to the downloads, because that's where I put everything for me. So we're gonna click Export, and then wait a while, not a while, but like it's gonna take like a few seconds, and then it's gonna say spreadsheet generated, and then as you can see here, we have a full-on like sprite sheet that we can use for FNF, and we also have an XML. We have a JSON, but like it's kind of broken. So we're gonna have to take only both of the PNG and the XML, rename it to whatever you want. So personally, I'm gonna rename it Reanimated, and then copy, and then I'm gonna put it into my mod. Okay, so I'm just gonna do into images and characters. And make sure it's in images and characters, not just images, because then like you're gonna have to like write, instead of characters, just images instead. Okay, so we're gonna go to model, and then character editor, and then characters, and because I named mine Reanimated and it's in characters, I'm gonna do reload image and make this Pico, and then now, anything that doesn't apply to your sprite sheet, you can obviously just do the animation and then just do move. I don't have this animation, so everything is just gonna go bye-bye. Except for these, because this is what I did in my program. So BF idle dance. It says animation symbol name tag. This is what we put in the tag system. So because I named mine idle, I'm gonna go back to Psych Engine, and then it's gonna be named idle, and then we're gonna click add an update. As you can see here, it's kind of off stage, so we're gonna move it using the arrow keys, and to make it like 10 times faster, use the shift key. It's gonna make it faster if you need it to be faster. And then once you've done that, you can do if you want to, you can make should it loop. But since it looks a bit goofy, I'm gonna make it bop to the song. I'm not gonna make it loop. So then we're gonna because I named mine here left. We're gonna do this, and you're gonna see that for some people it's the animation is gonna be slow. This is where the animation indices come into play. You can click D to scroll between frames, A and D. So we're gonna do 1 through, and then we scroll through, and then 6. 1 through 6, and then scroll through, and then 12. Sometimes just like does like times tables and stuff. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. But as you can see here, now it's fully like now it's not slow anymore. I'm just gonna personally make it faster. So now it looks good. And then now I can just check with the idle to see if it's good. And then if it's not, I can move it a bit like this. And then as you can see, I have to mess with the offsets a bit to make it. You can always do WNS to scroll through animations to check if they are good enough. So as you can see right now, it's good. So now we just repeat. Since I named mine down, we're gonna go down and then scroll through. And since mine it's the same thing, it's 23. I'm gonna do 1 through 6 through 12 through 16. I'm pretty sure that sort of was. Yeah, no, it was through 18. Okay. 1 through 6 through 12 through 18. What was it through 16? Ah, better. 12, 18. Okay. Okay. So now I just repeat, and this is actually pretty useful for those who don't want to install a whole last mod. For those who don't want to install a whole last mod, you need like 2 gigabytes worth of storage, and they just want to make one character. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I love how the Funkin' crew made this tool. They're insanely easy to use. And it's also pretty useful for those who make who make art that don't have enough money to buy you know Adobe Animate. I'm pretty sure you can compile this for free, or you can buy for $10 on Steam, or you can just like I don't know, pirate or something, which I don't recommend doing because that's like immoral. So I just recommend you compile it, which will be better for you, or just pay the $10. I'm pretty sure that's less expensive than Adobe Animate. So yeah, bye. Also make sure to save your character too.